Salutations YouTube, it is Speedy of Terrier Productions coming to you with yet another video. Now, I don't really know what to title this video because it's not a it's not a new addition to the Speedy Reacts micro series. It's not a Transformers review. Oh, pardon me. Um, and unfortunately, it won't be a review of the Lego Back to the Future DeLorean either. I only say that because after I'd built the kit, I recently found that it was missing several pieces. Um, so it's somewhere now in the storeroom of the Lego store in town. Um, but yeah, as I stated, this isn't a Speedy Reacts video to add on to the Speedy Reacts micro series, and neither is this uh, a Transformers review. So, as I said, I really don't know what to call this video. I guess you could say that this is a vlog. Um, yeah, if you can see the Hot Wheels boxes hanging up on my bedroom wall, sorry about that. Just try to ignore them. Um, I don't know really. I suppose this could really be an update video. Um, just for the record, the date today is, where's my phone? The date today is Sunday, August 25th, 2013, and it is currently, if I gaze down at my watch, 26 minutes to 6 GMT. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to talk about. Um, um, ugh, um, oh, I know. Um, first off, at the end of Speedy Reacts Volume 2, Thomas and Friends plus Shane Acre equals WTF, I said that I would hold a vote to see what Speedy Reacts Volume 3 would would revolve around. I was going to hold a vote to see what the topic of Speedy Reacts Volume 3 would be. Unfortunately, unfortunately, things have gone slightly downhill in the sense that nobody's really posted a vote on it. So with that said and done, I'm just going to come out and say it. Well, basically, for those of you who know and those of you who don't know, the actor to replace Matt Smith on Doctor Who has been announced. It was announced, let me try and think, best part of a fortnight ago, I think it was, maybe further, maybe a bit further back, in the form of a Scottish actor called Peter Capaldi. Now, when I first saw him, I recognised him, obviously, but I recognised him from two things. One, he played the father of that Roman family in the Doctor Who Season 4 episode, The Fires of Pompeii. Second, I recognised him from trailers of a British TV comedy show, at least I think it's supposed to be a comedy show, called The Thick of It, where he plays either the Prime Minister or one of his advisors or counselors or something. And basically what he does is he generally bollocks everyone else and just swears his head off. I mean, like, for comedy appeal, that's fine. That's fine and stuff. He also played the Prime Minister in Torchwood Children of Earth, I think, where he actually played the Prime Minister and he actually killed his wife, his on-screen wife, and his on-screen children. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting turn up to the books. Rather regrettably, I never saw his act in Torchwood Miracle Day. I only saw a select few clips of Torchwood Miracle Day, and none of them involved him. But yeah, so that's that. And in fact, my dad actually came to the room, into the living room, as soon as they announced him, as soon as he walked out on stage. His face dropped. It literally dropped. I've never seen him so shocked my entire life. And why the hell am I doing the greeting sign from Star Trek? Whatever. Um, anyway, um, the second thing that I mentioned was that a previous Doctor Who actor was doing the voice of a audiobook series. That previous actor in Doctor Who is David Tennant. Turns out he's going to be the voice of a series of 4 audiobooks, if I'm remembering correctly, based around a film that was released in 1968. There was originally a book released in 1964, and in fact I do have a reprint of the book somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Hello, again. But yeah, the audiobook series that David Tennant will be involved with is, yeah, that's right. You did hear that correctly. David Tennant, the 10th incarnation of the Doctor, will be the voice of the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang audiobooks. The audiobook for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang the Magical Car, which was the book you just saw, will be released here in the UK on October 5th, 2013. Its sequel book, written by children's author Frank Cottrell Boyce, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Flies Again, has had a UK release date confirmed of December 5th, 2013. It has also been confirmed that David Tennant is going to do the third Chitty Chitty Bang Bang book, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the Race Against Time, also written by Frank Cottrell Boyce. But there's one thing that's still confusing me about that, and that thing is that Frank Cottrell Boyce released 2 versions of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the Race Against Time. And I don't mean one was a hardback, the other was a paperback. I mean that one was an abridged edition, the other was an unabridged edition. So I'm really interested to know which version David Tennant will turn into an audiobook. I haven't actually read Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the Race Against Time. I've considered picking it up now. It's been out for best part of a year, I think, and I've yet to pick up a copy of it, which is something that has upset me greatly because I loved the original book by Ian Fleming. I loved the film adaptation, despite there being monumental changes to the film. But yeah, and And I don't know if any of you saw this on my Skype feed, I think it was, but if you give me one quick second to disappear once again, I'm just going to go climb up onto my bed. I've got one of those elevated ones. So excuse me, please. Where is it? Incoming. Hello again. Again. Um, But yeah, as I said, I don't know if any of you saw this on my Skype feed. Those of you who have me as a contact on Skype will know that I purchased a copy of the My Little Pony feature-length film My Little Pony Equestria Girls. I received an email from Amazon.com saying that it would arrive somewhere between September the 6th 2013, which I can confirm is a Friday, and September 16th, 2013, which would be a Monday if I'm working out the calendar arrangement correctly. In fact, let me just go check my phone. I apologise for the fact that this has taken a while, but oh well. 16th, yes, the 16th would have been a Monday. How the hell did I get that correct? Anyway, what date was it? It was last Friday, so August 16th, 2013, the same day the planes opened here in the UK. Anyway, on August 16th, 2013, my copy of Equestria Girls arrived. Done by Shout Factory, obviously, because if you read Equestria Daily, you will know that that Shout Factory release the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic DVDs. And in fact, it's just been confirmed as well on a Transformers news website that I checked, Sabertron.com. I will leave a link for it, as well as a link for Equestria Girls in the description box when I have the time. It has been confirmed that Shout Factory will be releasing 4 Transformers series on DVD, as well as I think it was another 6, maybe even 7 My Little Pony DVDs. Now, whether or not they're going to circle around G3, which was the 1980s My Little Pony franchise, or G4, aka Friendship is Magic, I don't know. That bit has been unconfirmed. But yeah, my copy of Equestria Girls arrived, and I love it. It's a very it's a very nice cover, both front and back, and it's in a slipcase. And I love DVDs that come in slipcases, and I don't know why. I just now you see it, now you don't, and now you see it, and now you don't. I love slipcase DVDs. I'm sorry. But yeah, given that I've hopefully still got your attention, fucking hell, Liz, come on, pull yourself together. I'm going to read what it says on the back for those of you who still don't have a copy of this. And for those of you who don't have a copy of this, then what are you wasting your money on? This is what you should be buying, people. This is what you should be buying. This right here. It cost me £12.17 sterling, which isn't that bad, given that that's usually the price that a brand new DVD goes for here in the UK anyway, so, oh well. But yeah, anyway, the back cover of Equestria Girls reads as follows, and I should point out this does contain spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, this is where I suggest you either A, mute the video, B, cover your ears, or C, click to another video. Nonetheless, actually no, ignore option C. Nonetheless, this is what the back cover reads. The back cover reads, join Twilight Sparkle and her Counselot High friends in this brand new animated feature. When her crown is stolen from the Crystal Empire, Twilight Sparkle pursues the thief, Sunset Shimmer, into an alternate world where she finds herself turned into a teenage girl. To regain her crown and return to Equestria, Twilight must learn how to fit into this strange new world and defeat Sunset Shimmer in a competition to become crowned Princess of the Full Formal at Counselot High. Try saying that 5 times fast. Luckily, she'll have the assistance of Spike and 5 teenage girls who remind her of a certain group of ponies back home. Bonus features! Through the Looking Glass of Equestria Girls, karaoke songs, a printable movie poster, and a Ponyfy Yourself app. I should point out the Ponyfy Yourself bonus feature piece, it isn't a game. That's the one thing I was disappointed about. It's actually a montage of girls just wearing coloured hair extensions and makeup. That's pretty much it. And of course they've thrown in a couple of clips from the film as well. But yeah, I should also point out as well that the Through the Looking Glass of Equestria Girls, pardon me, again, I should point out that that it's a three-parter behind-the-scenes look at the film itself. But whatever. Um, yeah, stuff. Yeah. Do I enjoy Equestria Girls as a film? Yes. Did I like the sound of it as a concept? Well, if you saw my reaction video to the Equestria Girls trailer, then you'll already know the answer to that. But for those of you who haven't seen that video, yes, I think as a concept, Equestria Girls worked just fine. As a film, it worked fine as well. It's not one of those films that you'd watch and get all hyped about. It's not that type of a film. It's a type of film to say, hey, we've actually done something that was better than season 3. um, oh, I can feel the hate. uh, um, but yeah, um, I've lost my train of thought now. Oh dear. Um, yeah, as I said, as a concept, I think Equestria Girls worked fine. As a film, I think it works fine. And for what it is, it's a pretty good film. There were a few missed opportunities, I'll admit, and that was me quoting a friend of mine, I should point out. But yeah. I actually have a really funny story, actually, to tell about Equestria Girls. Downstairs in our living room, I'm in my bedroom in case you couldn't tell, but downstairs in the living room of the house that I live in, we have this big 37-inch flat screen TV, HD ready and everything, the whole 9 yards. And linked up to it, we've got a multi-region DVD player. So I went in there and I was watching Equestria Girls. My sister, who is an anti-brony, actually decided to watch half of the film with me just to see whether or not she liked it. It's safe to say that from what she said, the the idea of her being a brony is slowly growing on her. At a very slow pace, I'll admit, but it's growing on her nonetheless. Um, and she gets, right before the scene where Sunset Shimmer steals Twilight's crown, she guessed straight away that someone would steal the crown. She hadn't read the back cover of the DVD or anything. But then again, it is a pretty, it's a rather cliche story in a sense. Equestria Girls, it is rather cliche, and I actually went on the International Movie Database, the link of which I'll also leave in the description box, the link of the International Movie Database for Equestria Girls. And it said under references that the film referenced Back to the Future, which is arguably one of the best time travel comedy trilogies out there. And what it said was, it was basically a sort of a reference to Back to the Future in the sense that, the main character, who in the case of Back to the Future was Marty McFly, but in the case of Equestria Girls was Twilight Sparkle, went to a different location which they were unfamiliar to, were surrounded by people that they recognized but didn't look the same, and they pretty much had the same objective, which was to rectify a problem before they ran out of time. The only thing that differed Back to the Future from Equestria Girls, or Back to the Future Part 1 anyway, was the fact that Twilight didn't bump into what would have been her parents at her on-screen age during the majority of Equestria Girls. But, yeah, whatever. Speaking of My Little Pony, actually, I actually saw this on Facebook last night. someone had posted a screenshot of the season 4 block of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Wikipedia page, and it has been confirmed that there are going to be a lot more characters performing musical roles in the show, i.e., that big musical role that was revealed um, at BronyCon, I think it was, where Applejack and Pinky sing that duet. It's also been confirmed, however, that other ponies who don't get the chance to sing, and this is a direct quote from that picture, including Princess Luna and DJ Pone 3, aka Vinyl Scratch. What you have to realise is that they're finally going to give Princess Luna an opportunity to sing, and we're going to hear Vinyl Scratch, arguably one of the best background characters, bar none. We're going to hear her speak! How fucking awesome is that? I just... I cannot wait for that episode. I really can't. I just hope that they don't rush it forward too much and make it one of the first episodes or something. Because if they do, I'm going to be slightly disappointed. Because, like, you know, they'd have just gone, oh, hey, we've got to have Princess Luna and DJ Pone 3 sing. Where shall we put them? I know, let's put them within the first 5 episodes. Don't do that! DHX, don't do that! But yeah, and I can't wait for that. I really can't. Um, Another thing about season 4 that I can't wait for as well is the fact that Twilight possibly uses the time travel spell from the season 3 episode It's About Time to see how Princess Luna became Nightmare Moon. And I think this is going to be one of the best backstories that we'll have ever seen. You know, because, like, most of you who've seen my earlier videos when I first started out on YouTube, and those of you who went to both my primary school and my high school, will know that I'm a huge Thomas the Tank Engine fan, despite my age. And the last time I've seen or heard a backstory as good as this was when we finally had a legit backstory for not one, but 2 characters in last year's Thomas and Friends film, which was not Misty Island Rescue, sorry, Blue Mountain Mystery. That's the thing as well. I don't think I've done a review of Blue Mountain Mystery yet. Um, Anyway, that actually brings me on to another topic. Speaking of Thomas the Tank Engine, it's the fact that this Friday gone, Friday, August the 23rd, 2013. Oh, right. Whoops. um, the the latest Thomas and Friends film, King of the Railway, opened in UK View cinemas. I was lucky enough to see it on its opening day. Um, Things that I didn't like about the screening. I had to sit through 25 minutes worth of trailers and title cards before the film began. What you need to remember is that this is an exclusive screening. We shouldn't have to sit through about 25 minutes worth of trailers and title cards. But yeah, um, that was pretty much what I didn't like about the screening. Things I did like about the screening. The film itself, obviously. It did the usual trait of a Thomas and Friends film since Calling All Engines, which is to run approximately an hour in length. There were some absolutely fantastic characters introduced into the film, such as Stephen, the rocket class locomotive based on George Stephenson's rocket. Um, and he was a good character. He was a very good character, and he was true to his prototype as well in every little detail. So my kudos to the new animation studio, Arc Productions. My kudos to you. Um, yeah, whole new location was revealed with a backstory in the form of, um, I call it Ulfstead Castle, but everyone pronounces it Ulfstead Castle. I don't know, but yeah, that had a backstory. Stephen had a backstory. I just This is what we need for Thomas the Tank Engine. All the characters, all the new characters that are being introduced, all the characters that we've been curious to find out about. We need backstories for them. I mean, other than the backstories that we had in King of the Railway and Blue Mountain Mystery, the last time we had a backstory for any character in the Thomas the Tank Engine franchise was Hero, who was introduced in the 2009 Thomas and Friends feature-length film Hero of the Rails. I just... I had a nerdgasm as soon as I found out both Ulfstead Castle and Stephen was getting a backstory. I could hardly believe it. But yeah. Um, Also as well, um, the more recent season of Thomas and Friends, season 17, has started airing here in the UK. So far, only 10 episodes have been aired. The other 16 are being aired sometime in October. Yeah, I don't see the logic in it either. Especially given the fact that we've already seen characters from King of the Railway in season 17 episodes. Um, and, of course, the locations have been mentioned, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I fail to see why they do it, but oh well. Um, and here's something as well that I really didn't like about the second half of season 17, which is being aired in the UK, as I stated, in October. It's the fact that they have taken the main antagonist from how many films were it? Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Calling All Engines, and Day of the Diesels, aka Diesel 10. They've taken him, and they've taken him out of his usually expected areas. They're now making him appear in an episode of season 17, which, in my opinion, is just a massive fail. Diesel 10 should be a film-only character. A lot of Thomas and Friends fans can't stress that fact enough, and I am one of those fans who cannot stress that fact enough. Yes, sure, okay, it's going to be interesting to see him in a separate episode, but I still say he should remain a film-exclusive character. But oh well. Oh, speaking of fan rants, this is going to be the last thing I do before I finish recording the video, because we're nearly at the 30-minute marker. Sorry. Is that Equestria Girls was actually a, a sort of fan base requested film, in the sense that Hasbro and the show's animators, DHX Media, they were on the internet and they noticed how much fan arts there were of the characters as humans. They ran with the concept, and that's where Equestria Girls came from. That was apparently also revealed at this year's BronyCon as well. I unfortunately never went, because, like, you know, BronyCon doesn't come to the UK. There is apparently a UK BronyCon called Buck, but it doesn't come to Cardiff, which is where I live. It takes place in Manchester, which is somewhere in England, somewhere in the Midlands of England. And I can't be fucked going up to Manchester. Thank God Equestria Daily are doing live coverage. That's all I'm saying. Thank God for that. Shit, no, sorry. Thank Celestia. There we go. I knew I'd get it right sooner or later. But, yeah. So, pardon me. So, until the next time, folks, which will be God only knows what, this has been Speedy of Terrier Productions, saying thank you for watching. If you've managed to watch all of this video, I'm going to be very surprised if any of you have. Bye-bye. I'll see you around.